Welcome to Make It Weird. It's time to excavate some souls, don't you think? All right, we're going to get deep right off the bat. That's what this show is all about. There's zero small talk. Small talk is eliminated on this show. I will put up the Weird Line number. In fact, I'll go ahead and do that right now so you guys can call anytime you feel like it. Every show's got 3 questions. I find that that's the right time for one of these things. This really, from what I've been told by other people, this seems to be the rawest call-in show streaming out there, or even just show out there. It is raw. It's a call-in show. And I kind of figured it out. We both have the same reasons for being here, I believe. If you're online all day, you're doom scrolling, you're doing this, you're doing that, and you're not feeling connected in any way, you just kind of feel like you're lost doing that. There's no connection whatsoever. It's not fulfilling. Hopefully that's why you're here, because that's why I'm here right now. Who's this?
It's Casey.
Oh, okay. Let me
I
see.
figured I'll be the first one today.
I appreciate it. All right, here we go. If you could erase one night from your past, what would it be?
Ooh, the drive after I got the phone call that my dad passed.
You after what? I'm sorry.
After my dad passed away, that whole entire night, just be gone.
Yeah, that's do you look back at it at now at all and think that it was necessary to have that night?
Yes, definitely, because closure.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean there's that as well. What did it happen suddenly, or was this something where you were one of the lucky people that had a little bit of warning and you had to you were able to spend some time with him?
Yeah, so he actually fell down, broke his neck and back. So he was actually a quadriplegic for a little bit. I actually got a whole entire month and a half to spend every single day with my dad. It was amazing, and I would not trade any second for it.
That's fantastic. See, that's great that you look at it with at least some sort of gratitude when it comes to that. I think that's cool. Well, I'm sorry you had to go through that. Are there any
it's all right.
Are there any other nights that you regret?
Ooh, regret? No, because I haven't had that too much fun.
You haven't had what?
I haven't had too much fun. Maybe Lexington Terry's Subpar Classic. We'll get crazy.
Yeah, there's a few of those that we regret as well. Yeah, I've got a lot of regrets in my life, and people think that I shouldn't. I always laugh when I see people being interviewed saying, "Do you have any regrets?" And they go, "No, all these amazing things, good and bad, that happened to me and made me the person who I am." And I agree with that. That's a very good way to look at it. But there are some things that I'm sure if you ask those people that they could take back, that they did, or the way they treated somebody or something like that, they would gladly do so. So I don't think they're necessarily being super, super honest there.
Yeah.
But you don't have anything like that, do you?
Meeting people and being friends with them probably longer than I should have. Yeah. Regrets on that. Wasting my time and theirs.
Now we're getting somewhere. That's one of the reasons why I started talking at the start of the show today, that I've been pretty angry the last couple days, which is kind of unlike me. Yes, I do get angry. I do get frustrated, but and some of it has to do with other people. Some of it has to do with the way that I let them get away with murder, the fact that I don't stand up to myself. And then when I do, because I usually, and I'm not talking about the Lex and Terry show. That's a whole different vibe. That's a show. But in my real life, I'm kind of a pushover. I kind of end up doing things that I don't want to do, talking to people I don't want to talk to, doing all kinds of stuff. And I need to learn to say no more. And I'm getting pissed off because I'm kind of stuck in this little rut of shitty people. What type of person do you look for that you're attracted to, that you like?
I like people with goals. That's why when you say that you want to do all these different projects. I'm your biggest cheerleader. I just want to let you know that.
I appreciate
yes,
that.
the fact that you have goals, and stuff that you want to pursue and that passion, you could feel it. I don't want to waste my time being with people that don't have those kind of goals and stuff to look forward to.
It's weird because early on in my life, I was very lucky to choose really good friends. And it really worked out. I mean, it really shaped where I was headed in the future. We had a mutual admiration society. We cheered each other on. We gave each other advice. And I wanted to get into this field of business and I told my friends that I wanted to be in this field. They didn't understand it. And it's weird because I didn't understand them not wanting to do this. It's like, what do you mean you want to be an engineer? What do you mean you want to be a doctor? Who would want to be one of those? Why wouldn't you want to do this? You know, and but I got lucky because we would share each other's goals and dreams and everything. And lately, I just feel like there's a lot of turds in my life, and I need to get out of it. How do you get out of it? How do you get away from people that you know that aren't going to? And it sounds selfish, but it's not, to move your life forward.
Honestly, you start with the Irish goodbye. Ooh, he's really good at that, teaching me very well.
Good.
But just kind of like, hey, you got to customer service them almost to a point of, yeah, I'm so happy. I love that for you, but this is what I'm going for. Explain like, hey, this is what I'm working towards. If they obviously don't show any interest, don't talk to them about it. Don't waste your time because they're just going to put you down in the dumps and you don't have time for that.
It's weird because when I've met my wife, I decided that I was just going to lay everything on the table. I wasn't going to try to pretend I was something that I wasn't, I just laid everything out. And it was the first night I met her because I didn't care. She was super hot and I felt like I had no shot at this anyway, but she was talking to me. And I just said, hey, I've been an out of work actor. I have crappy credit. I have this and that. I've made a bunch of bad decisions, but I do have a lot of goals and dreams and all this stuff. And I wasn't really even thinking about going out with her. She said, this is where I knew I had a shot. She leaned back and went, these are all things we could get over. I was like, what? This is fantastic. It's being completely open and honest. And then I even told her more. And this is where I lied to her, I guess, because I told her that whoever's in my life romantically, they're always going to come second because I love this stuff more than anything. Mm-hmm. I love doing this stuff more than anything. I think about it all day long and I still do, even though I'm madly in love with Sherry and I do all this other stuff, I'm consumed by this. I'm obsessed by, like you talked about earlier, coming up with ideas and trying new things and connecting with people like this. This show right here is so much fun for me. And, do you ever get to that level where you have to choose your friends because of your goals? They're just getting in the way. Yeah.
100%. I mean, people that have bad habits that I just can't keep up with or anything like that, cost-wise or just all together, I can't be going out and partying every night because guess what? We got shows in the morning that we have to get to, right?
Yeah.
However, I do feel where you get like the radio and everything life is so overwhelming sometimes that it takes over your life. And sometimes, your family and friends and stuff are second. But are you building it for later on? That's a real question.
Especially now, and I have to say this because radio was different when I started than it is now. You were able to be singularly focused on what you wanted to achieve. I was able to sit there and go, I want to be an on-air personality, so I want to learn everything there is about that. And when you talked about going out at night and partying and everything else, I actively said no. I didn't want to do that. I would get done with my show. I worked 10 at night to 2 in the morning sometimes. And I would get done with my show and I would go into the production room and do another show to absolutely nobody. I would just do it. I would put the commercials in. I would play the music. I would read the liners. I would do all that kind of stuff just because I loved this so much. So, but now you guys, like you were talking about, you wear probably 30 different hats over at the radio station you're on.
Oh, yeah.
you know, and you guys bust your ass, and I know the company you have right now and understands that, and I just want you to know that I appreciate what you and all the people at Q102 do. It's
And we love you.
It's incredible. Well, thanks for taking the time to kick things off. I appreciate you, Casey, and I look forward to seeing you coming up in a little bit.
Yes, only a few more weeks.
We'll talk to you soon.
All right, bye, Terry.
Bye. All right. Look at this. Another call coming in. Hold on a second. Do not hang up. Oh, damn it. I guess I lost him.
I'm here.
Oh, you're here. Oh, this is good. It worked. This is good. Who's this?
This is Sasan.
All the real people are coming out today, aren't they? Full disclosure here. I know Sasan. I've never met him in person. Have I? No.
No, not yet.
Never met you in person, but you are a very kind person. Hey, do you have any scars on your body?
No, actually I don't.
Really? Wow.
No.
Do you ever feel like, have you ever broken any bones?
Yes, I broke my leg when I was a child on a teeter-totter.
Mm-hmm.
And I broke my wrist playing Foursquare in like 8th grade, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And just various sprains and stuff like that. Actually, my toddler's son just recently broke his tibia, and he had a cast on.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah, do you find like women with scars attractive?
You know, my wife had some scars back before we started dating. She was into like guys with motorcycles, and she got burned by the exhaust by riding on the back of it with him.
Mm-hmm.
And she told me the story finally, and I just started laughing. I'm like, you like guys with motorcycles? She was like, yeah, I was in a phase. I'm like, okay.
I was in a phase. What is it with women like that like, because I consider you, from what I know about you, a really nice guy. You're thoughtful. You are honest. You probably have your flaws but you actively work on them and you accept them. You're a man about it. What is it about guys like that usually end up getting kicked to the curb for the grungy dude?
You know, I think it's because, like, I'm sure you talked about before, women look for, like, the bad boy they can kind of convert, you know? Or if they just don't want the regular, like, you know, dinner's ready, let's do this, you know, the routine and things like that. Or it could just be they're batshit crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I'm trying to, and if I could put together some sort of class on how to find that medium thing to help guys to make the relationships last, where you get the respect and the, I don't know, I don't want to say fear, but the unpredictability of what an a-hole would be. But you also are able to, you know, to do the, you know, you get the credit for being a responsible man and a stand-up guy. I'm looking for that sweet spot. And every once in a while, and I've talked about this before, and I don't know why I think this works. I'm sure it probably doesn't work, but every once in a while, I will just leave the house for about an hour or so and just walk out, walk out the door, whether it's to check the mail or to go for a little walk, but not tell Sherry where I am or where I'm going. Just to, I don't know what it is. It makes me feel empowered. And I'm not getting the response from her I want. I want the response like, hey, what's up? Where'd you go? And so I could go, none of your business, you know? But
well, I'm unpredictable as well. It's like I don't just do the routine stuff every single day.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and I do the same thing. You know, we don't have to tell each other where we're going.
Yeah. For sure.
Just like, you know, like you said, like I'll just leave and I'll go take a walk to the park or, you know, run an errand and things like that.
Yeah, I guess when you're in a trusting long-term relationship, that stuff just doesn't hold water anymore. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe I should have done it earlier on early on and get that kind of reputation. So, dudes, if you're out there and you are, just keep them guessing at the start. I think that works for me. I feel like guys like you and guys like me, I'm just projecting here about you. You're probably a lot different, but I talked about it earlier. I feel that I get run over because of it. Because they know that I'll eventually say yes, even if I whine. They know that I'll eventually cave. And I don't want to be that guy.
Well, and that's the thing. Like I started doing. So my wife basically she got on me about like because it's like, what do you want for dinner? She's like, why don't you just pick something? I'm like, well, because I pick something, I know you're gonna say no. So I just started like picking stuff and cooking random things. And she's like, okay, this is what I wanted.
Oh, that's good. That's good. So just be proactive about what you're going to do. Like, hey, I read about a great restaurant. I'm taking you there Friday night. And that's a good idea. I think I need to do more of that in my life because it's not like I do I don't know, what do you want? I know that that's a big faux pas. That's a big no in relationships. But so I do keep things a little on edge there. But I think I could do a lot more. I really do. How long have you been married now?
So we've been married since 2013, but we were high school sweethearts since 1994.
Damn. What's been the biggest challenge?
The biggest challenge was when I had my drinking issue during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Which a lot of people had, by the way.
Yeah. And then we had a huge medical issue because especially during the pandemic, my wife, breast cancer.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. Yeah, that's a big challenge.
What I think caused the drinking issue was the fact is that we couldn't have any help out here to help with her. Cause like her family was like yelling at me, like, well, we're going to show up. I'm like, I'm not going to open the door.
Yeah.
You can't come in. And like her sister-in-law is still pissed at that.
Jeez.
But we overcame it, and I just ignore it. Like my priority is my family.
Yeah.
And family isn't just blood. It's close friends. Like I consider you and Sherry family. I consider a lot of people, well, not a lot of people because we have mutual friends that are considered family and we really cut out the BS.
Yeah. I remember I started thinking about some of the biggest challenges I had, and you talked about the cancer. I remember Sherry went to the doctor, and I've never told this story. I've never told anybody about this.
Mm-hmm.
I remember she had some sort of pap smeary thing or, that type of stuff. And they called back later and they said that she had cancer.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember, and that's exactly what they said. It wasn't the doctor they called. It was somebody else that called and said, you've got cancer. You need to come in. So for a few days, this was new in the relationship. We had just got married. We had just moved to Jacksonville. And I remember laying in bed with her, just hanging on to her as hard as I could, going, what the F is going on here? This is horrible.
Mm-hmm.
And then she went to the doctor, and this great doctor, I'm gonna give her credit. I believe it was the Mayo Clinic in Jacksonville, Dr. Cynthia Flanders, who no longer works there. She has retired, but she looked Sherry in the eye and said, "You don't have cancer, and you will never get it under my watch." Is what she said. That cocky move that she said was just so awesome to me. And she had to get some sort of thing. She did have some stuff going on down there. And ever since then, she's been great. But it was one of those moments. So I can't imagine with it actually being something, what that must be like to not make it about yourself, first of all. And I don't think you do that, and I wouldn't do that either. But at some point in the dark, I'd be, woe is me. That's for sure. I'd be, why is this happening? What do I do? I mean, you're lost. And do you think because of that, because you're a very generous man, do you think because of that, you go out of your way to make people feel comfortable and happy? Or has that just always been in your nature?
That's always been my nature. I mean, and that's why like the close group of friends that I have, that we have, their family. Like I remember like even during our wedding, I was helping the bridesmaids get ready and stuff like that. I see my wife's bridesmaids are just walking around topless. They're like, oh, it's just Sasan. Don't worry about it. He's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what?
He's cool. Don't worry about him.
I'm like, okay.
As he goes and rubs one out in the bathroom.
I thought about it.
Of course, we're red-blooded dudes. I hate sometimes when I catch myself being the typical guy, the one that you hear the women complain about all the time. All you think about is sex. Well, damn it, stop looking so hot.
Yeah, it's like, okay. I'll have to send you the photo of our bridal party. They're pretty attractive.
Well, I bet, man. Well, dude, I really appreciate everything you do. I appreciate you are as a human being. And
I appreciate you too.
I love you, man. Thanks for calling, man.
Love you too.
Oh, here we go. Who's this?
Hello.
Who's this?
Dead.
I had a bad joke there with the dog barking in the background.
No, go ahead, do it.
Is it Ted?
It's Ed.
Ed. Okay, Ed. I'm sorry. All right. What's the most awkward compliment somebody's ever given you in bed?
Thanks, get out.
Thanks, get out?
Yeah, I don't know.
I had one, and this is really bad because Sherry just came home, so she's right down the hall. She could hear this, but I don't give a shit. I had one where I was, let's just say, I'm trying to keep it clean here because it's YouTube. They'll shadow ban you and do all kinds of stuff,
Sure.
So I'm trying to keep
Sure.
it fairly clean. Let's just say I was performing something on a woman, and I was new at this. I wasn't good at reading the signals or the signs of, oh, this is working, this isn't working type of thing. And I guess that I stumbled across a moment in time there where I was crushing it and I didn't know I was crushing it. And I stopped. And the woman looked at me and she goes, I should slap you for that. I was like, okay. So I guess that's a compliment, but it was like she wasn't happy with me,
Right. kind of like back to mine. It's like, well, yeah.
Yeah.
You leave in the morning,
Yeah. So are you a married guy? You single? What are you?
I am married, sir.
How long you been married?
I've been married since 2019.
Okay, fairly new. I consider that new. But that
Fairly
is
new.
So what is this? So that's like 6-7 years, right?
Correct.
Okay. Do you believe in that 7-year itch? I think it's a thing. I really do.
Well, there's a thing, Terry. I'm unable to have children with her.
Uh-huh.
And not that I wanted to have children, but
I was going to say congratulations.
I mean, well, no, yeah. I like that, but it was, she had feminine problems like you were talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And I told her to go to the doctor, and she had to go surgery, remove everything because she had cancer.
Yeah.
And I mean, to make it funny a little bit, after she got out, it looked like one of those clown things, the old jokes where they were pulling it out from that place, But
you mean like where they're pulling out all the scarves?
Yeah, the scarves, the balloons.
Just kept pulling stuff out.
And I sit there like that, and I'm like, well, this is funny, but like, oh, she's miserable. Like, know. But anyways, me personally, like, that's like a gift, and like what you guys do, I just don't understand not being kind and like,
Yeah.
You answered my phone call. You're a human like I am.
Well, yeah.
You're also a superstar in my eye,
Well,
but you're humble, you know?
yeah. I mean, yeah. I appreciate those kind words, but I have never looked at it that way. Maybe for a month or so I did, when all of a sudden people were offering us jobs out of nowhere. I felt like I was pretty invincible, but I was brought back to earth real quick, you know?
Yeah. It's almost called like middle age, you know, like,
Oh God, it's horrible. So that's why.
it's like making $5.25 an hour
Yeah.
when you're 16. And you have no bills. You bring home $100,
Yeah.
and then you make $20 an hour now. And you're like, whoa!
Oh,
why wasn't I like 15?
Yeah. All of a sudden you're going, man, what am I? One of the Rockefellers? And next thing you know, it doesn't last. You know, so that's I guess what I was trying to say. It's like all the kind stuff you were saying. I came to realize that the good moments, you should relish them and hang on to them as long as you can. And I think there's a certain art to keeping the positivity going.
Sure.
I think that, a lot of people say, I went on a 3-month run or something like that. I went on quite a few years of where I felt that everything I touched turned to gold, but I didn't think it was going to be. I didn't look at others because it wasn't working for them that way. I wanted to bring them along for the ride. I wanted everybody to enjoy this, So,
Sure.
so 7 years, almost 7 years. So that's, do you believe in that 7-year itch thing?
Yeah. But also, I wanted to tell you where you were reflecting there, and if you don't mind.
No, this is a conversation. Yes.
Life is all about, like, how you perceive it,
Mm-hmm.
or how you're going to do your part.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me 25 years to make $21 an hour in a grocery store, right?
Yeah.
And to me, every day people come in and I go, hello, how are you? Regardless of anything that goes on in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I say that, and I think I changed the world, because you never know. And that's like what you do for me every day on the radio. Yeah, I know it's dick jokes and stuff, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I cannot.
Yeah. I just look at it as, we're human beings. And I try to look at it as nobody's better than anybody else. But right now it's pretty tough to do that with all the hate out there and everything.
It is.
People hate you because I get hate because I live on the West Coast. It's like, I just live here.
I get hate because I disagree with some of the things that happen in West Virginia.
Yeah.
It's the same thing you're saying.
Yeah, it's strange.
But to me, it's just unbelievable that people can't come on and be like, here's comedy or here's this and that. I understand we disagree with a couple of things, but like, then you hate people for no reason.
Yeah, we've always disagreed with people. That's always been out there. And you know what? After I see some of these old documentaries and things like that, I realized it was ugly then too. But I don't think it's ever been as ugly as it is now. And it really hurts me. I don't know why. It really hurts my soul because I want to like everybody. I don't, I just want to like people.
Me too.
And there's and I'm finding there's less and less of them to like.
I mean, and that's true, but I'll just send this out and I thank you for talking to me. But there is no reason to be unkind to anybody every day of the week. Just say hello. You never know what you might do for somebody.
And that's true. And thank you. I appreciate it, Ed, man. Thanks for calling, bud.
Thank you, Terry.
All right. And staying with that subject a little bit, this is my closing monologue, I guess. And staying with that subject a little bit, I've been telling people this story about my old basketball coach who pretty much changed my life. And it's gone from a very exciting, motivational, heartwarming story that's almost like a movie script to now it's turned into a comedy because of my reality was much different than my coach's reality during this. And it's really strange because I just I'm just trying to adjust to what I was trying to say was this guy taught me to be kind to people. He taught me to that somebody out there, because I didn't deserve to be on a basketball team, and he put me on this basketball team, and it wasn't just a basketball team, it was a real big team, and I didn't deserve it. And because of that, I always think that somebody else out there, and like Ed was talking about, whoever's coming into your store, whoever's like the water delivery guy, if you work at an office, he probably has these goals and dreams, and he's probably really good at guitar, or he probably is, a great gamer, or he does, he's super smart in math or whatever it is. And you're not seeing that side of him. And I want to see the other side to people. I do not believe that you are what you're doing for a living. I don't believe that at all. So there you go. Let's see what it says here. It says, one of my favorite quotes: if you rely on somebody else to make you happy, you got problems. Get ready for a big crash. It's going to happen. Oh, he said it's for me. I quoted that. He quoted me on 8/16/2023. Well, I want to leave you with a really great quote. This one has saved me lately because this show, I'm taking a chance. I'm getting some really great response. And we're creating a really cool community here. And it's really neat to see. And obviously, the people are recalling and things like that. And I know it's going to get to a point, if we keep continuing on, that different people will be calling, random people will be calling, YouTube will be sharing this to people that aren't just my followers. I mean, that is probably going to happen if I keep doing it. And I want to bring more and more people in. But I do want to end with a quote right here. And the reason why I brought that up is because trying something new, anybody who's trying something new, or telling a friend that you want to try something, or you've wanted to always travel and move to another country, or you want to do whatever the goal is that you have, sharing it with somebody, you're opening up yourself up to ridicule. You're opening yourself up to people talking behind your back. But you know what? Because of this quote right here, I wrote it down, and I love this. And I don't know who quoted it. I don't know who to give the the credit to. But it's my favorite quote, and I've decided on these shows I might be ending a show with one of my favorite quotes. But they're going to be edgy quotes. Stop worrying if people like you. They don't. And that really hit home, because they don't. Nobody cares about your success as much as you do. Nobody's thinking about you as much as you think they are thinking about you. And that is a gift in disguise right there, because nobody cares. Nobody's paying that much attention to what you have going on. So keep going, keep doing some things. And I want to thank you guys right now for the calls. I want to thank you for being here, because like I said at the start of this show, before we actually did the official start, I've had a rough couple days. And this has made me feel a lot better. I've been feeling like I'm a little lost and a little angry and things like that. And just talking to you guys made me feel a lot better. So thank you very much. Thank you, Keith. Thank you to everybody who is in the chat. I appreciate what you do. I go back and try to read what you guys are talking about. Please share the show if you can, and please comment on it. Apparently that helps. I hate asking for help. I hate asking for, like the show, share the show, do this, do that. I want it to happen organically, but I don't think things happen that way. And anybody, if you are a fan, and I do this, if you are a fan of any podcast, any YouTube show, any creator out there, support them in any way you can. I do it. I will help with their Patreons. I will help with this and that, because I know what it's like to try something. You guys know what it's like to try something. And if you don't know what it's like to try something, please try something. It will teach you so much about yourself. There's no failure. Just give it a try. And in my case, it's very hard for me to ask for help. And I appreciate you guys. So help in any way you can. Thank you very much, guys. Have a great night. And I will talk to you. I'm going to do this again later on this weekend because I think late at night, it could be a little, people might be a little, like I said, maybe a little hammered, or might be a little more apt to be in a position, maybe being at home, maybe the kids have gone to sleep, or maybe they're home alone doing something on a Friday night or Saturday night. I'll probably do this on maybe tomorrow night. Maybe tomorrow night I might do something like this. So be on the lookout. It'll be later. It'll be late, and hopefully people will join. But then again, hopefully people are out enjoying their Friday night. I don't know. Have a great night, guys. Love you guys, and thanks for being here. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.